Good evening, everybody. Today we are going to get into some more of our Scandinavian Empire campaign. Mostly we are just waiting for the nationalists to finally gain enough support to start some civil war or anything really. We're working on a construction effort tax. We're moving down there. We're gonna grab our, I don't see us immediately needing this infrastructure our infrastructure focus, so we're gonna go straight for construction effort 3. Broad coalition of democratic parties. Alright, so fascist in government. National sentiment has grown in Sweden, giving rise to several parties promoting fascist ideals, the state enforcing its power through force. One of these in particular has won favor in the current election, leading to discussions with the SAP party about whether or not we should try to cooperate with them in forming our government. Openly reject democratic ideals, they are the foundation of our state. The fact that they choose to participate in the election itself lends to some credibility to our views, and acknowledging their public support may keep them away from taking violent action. Alright, so that is a pretty lucky event. We have increased the fascist support to 31% on that event alone. So, yeah, we'll just go right on ahead. Things are going fairly well. We have until September of 1940 for our next democratic election. So we're likely not going to flip to democracy democratically. So it's all just time ticking away from here. Looking here, we're building into this the infantry equipment shortage that we've been having, and it looks like we're gonna be able to get rid of it fairly soon. In the next year, we'll finally have enough infantry equipment to cover all of our forces, our whole 12 units. Some of them are fighting pretty near full strength now, though, which is a whole lot better than things were, to say the least. We have 507 infantry equipment. Yeah. So things are moving on ahead. They're chugging along. Slowly. Let's see how things are going in the United States. Tiny Communist Party. Okay, the neighbors. So it looks like the Americans are trying to build up democratic support nearby, and that's pretty powerful. I mean, honestly, Americans have the most effect on all of I guess you could say the old new world. And here we are. I'm gonna give a unique name to this army. Let's see. Let's call this Stockholm's Friendly Crusaders. Here, pause the game. Stockholm's Peaceful Crusaders. Peaceful Crusaders. Alright. So we have Stockholm's Peaceful Crusaders. Construction effort 2 is complete. So we'll move down the infrastructure effort now. That's just going to take some time. Ever so slowly. Things are moving along. Alright. So now we're looking at things being done in 131 days. And so that'll only put us at maybe 2 to 3 months into 1937. And then we're going to actually build up a real stockpile of infantry equipment. And that is going to be of a great advantage to us, at least, at the very least. And maybe we could focus on building some fighters or close air support for our nation. Yeah. So just looking around. This war looks like it's pushing towards a stalemate at this point. We know everybody's working on construction effort. So they're trying to build up their nations. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay, the 31st of 1936, we are going to have another civilian factory at work. Okay, so that'll bring us up to 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, so that'll be good. We'll have our first 15 civilian factories in Sweden. And it'll all just take some time. We're up to 11,000 manpower. That's 1,000 more than what we had at the very beginning of the game. So that's good. Let's see, looking around. That costs 7,000 manpower, so that's impossible for us to fill personally. Maybe getting some cavalry would be the best route for us. Actually, I have no idea. They cannot be parachuted. Cannot be parachuted. Ooh, of course, Italy won against Ethiopia. That makes sense. Yeah. Looks like it's all soft attack here, but I don't see that having a huge effect on us, per se. Looking around, the horses have improved movement, but not the best attack. Infantry, they're the most basic. They can attack in most places fairly efficiently. They're all around okay. They're not the best at anything, but they're not the worst at anything. Okay. Okay, while the attempts remove gains reign of terror. Start a war. NSAP becomes ruling party. Okay. So let's see. We have a Swedish civil war. Now let's see how things divide up in Sweden. So, our Swedish, our Västra Militär Comrade, okay. So we're based out of, no divisions and basic training, okay. Oh, they are rushing right on us. This is not going to be good. I don't like the way civil wars start in this game. I think it's very unfair. Alright. So we have our close air support and naval bombers going to town. But we don't have air superiority, so... This is going to be a really tough war, thinking about it. Alright. So we are right here. Alright, we'll get everybody up here. We'll have air superiority. naval strikes, and close air support, naval strikes. Alright. Alright, I don't think we're going to be able to accomplish much air-wise. I don't understand why we have so little troops. That's pretty annoying to me. Let's see, we'll rush here. Rush here. Alright. Let's see if we can close them off to this one province right here, Västergötland. Hopefully that'll help us very much. And we're going to have to train some of these militaire Rameds as soon as possible. Unread pork strike results. Okay. We have some heavy cruisers. They're currently repairing in Sweden. So I'm gonna move them up to northern Sweden. Make that their home base. Hopefully that'll protect them just a tiny bit more. Okay. Air wings with no missions. Ugh. Sad thing is that we can't really support the amount of fighters that we have at this point. Okay, so we're moving in. We're taking over Västergötland and Scania. And Gothenburg is where they are based out of. Now, I'm gonna go over here and try and help them. Alright. Now that is honestly too bad. Once again, I don't really understand how civil wars really work in this game. How they decide whether or not civil war starts, or all of the triggers that are involved in civil wars. Let's see. Move back here. Alright. Looking here, production. We're building up as many infantry equipment as we can. I don't know. We'll try. I wish I could beg the Germans to just help us, but I know that's basically impossible. But at least the Civil War has kicked off finally. We have a reign of terror. Huh. Alright, move on in. Alright, they'll be there in 22 hours. And with that, there we go. Not much they can do about it. Maintaining control of this airfield will prevent them from being able to move forward and attack us, per se. That's going to be our singular goal. Right there. Okay, we have mechanical computing. I don't know how much good that'll really do for us in this war. So I think I'm going to go for support weapons 1. Get some more defense. Breakthrough. Oh, I have no idea how we are losing this battle so commandingly. Huh. Alright. Alright. I think I'm gonna just go and see if I can wipe out the units right here. Maybe we'll move around and we'll try to outmaneuver this singular unit. Alright. That'll cut off their supply lines in a way that works to our own advantage. Alright, so we've taken over this airfield. And I think that's the only airfield that was in the hands. Ooh, okay, German volunteers. That's what we've been waiting for. And so now we basically have free reign to go and put our boots wherever we can. They'll be here December 15th. Okay, that'll be a very important date, because that'll be the date that we officially win against them. They are obviously the other in this sense, in this case. We're gonna have to stop that one Swedish unit right there, right in his tracks. Alright, we are the new Swedes, so that's kind of why I'm okay with calling them thus the old Swedes. Okay, they'll be there in 12 hours. That'll mean as soon as this battle appears over, that they're fully cut off. I don't really see how we'll be losing this fight. It's very interesting to me. Okay, so we're winning this fight. Finishing them off. Yes. So that's like the first real casualties that have been taken. Most people, they should be assigned to this order. The only people who I don't really want doing that are these Swedes up here, who are going to focus on the Swedes who have no supply, who are affected by attrition and all these terrible, terrible values. So Stockholm's Peaceful Crusaders, they're making their way around. 15th of October is basically the date that we're waiting for. And as soon as the Germans get in here, this war will probably finish up in a neat little bow. Just perfect for us. Alright. Okay. They're here. And they're probably just going to move down and take as much territory as they can. I've noticed that AI volunteers do very well. I don't really know if there's a specific reason for it. But, yeah, I've just noticed that they do fairly well. Here. Fighting them. They're full Democrats. Huh. Alright. So, somehow they're doing better than us? Question mark. Let's see. I'm just gonna reassign my singular close air support troop right there. There we go. So they'll come in, they'll do very small amounts of damage, which I hope has a significant effect on how this all plays out. Okay, we have 3 naval bombers. We'll enact some port strikes. Alright, we're doing damage to submarines. That's okay. That's not terrible per se. Alright. We have our 2 close air support units moving in, bombing. Yep, there's some cruisers in there. It's a pretty strong mix. We're going to move straight into Malmo. Yeah, so thank you for joining me. Hopefully we can close up this civil war before spring. That's going to be my goal. Thank you for joining me. I've been your host, Hoodlum, and we are finally getting the Swedish Empire rolling. The Sverige Reich. Sounds closely similar to German Reich, just with Sweden in the beginning of it. But anywho, thank you. I've been your host, Hoodlum, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.